My name is Jenna Williams, and I reached out to Kiara to help with some really just persistent feelings of, um, I guess, insecurity and inadequacy, I suppose, in my relationships and in my professional life. I think initially when we started the session, I was really like nervous and uncomfortable, I think, with what was going to happen. And I came to the session feeling very in control and feeling like I could control what was going to happen. That is not what happened at all. I think it took, I think pretty soon after kind of getting started, it was amazing to me actually how the questions that Kiara was asking were getting like down into like layers of my history and my experiences that I had not like even really considered as being like issues for me or problems. And I think like as the session sort of progressed and I started to open up progressively and all of this stuff started to kind of pour out of me, relating to my particularly like stuff to do with when I was a kid and my relationship with my parents. Like I was amazed at just how much there was to come up and with what clarity the issues were that I could express. Like it's just, I've never had that amount of clarity, I suppose, on exactly how certain behaviors of my family had impacted me, I guess. So it was amazing. Straight after the session, I definitely felt lighter and more at peace with myself. I felt more connected with my body and far less stuck up in my head, which was that's a relief for me in and of itself. And then like over time, I think like the realizations that I had in the session in terms of how much of my baggage, like how much of my insecurity and how much of my inadequacy was mine versus somebody else's was like actually pretty fundamentally life-changing for me. Like since that time, I have not felt myself cycle back down into those levels of insecurity and fear at all. And it's had, like, while everything isn't perfect, obviously, I'm making completely different decisions now in terms of how I treat myself and in terms of the decisions that I make at work and the decisions that I'm making in my relationships, that I just would not have felt were possible for me beforehand. So like that, reflecting on it that's pretty amazing. So yeah. If you're considering a session with Kiara, I would say don't let your fears of feeling silly get in the way of doing it. And I guess like try to come to the session as open-minded as you possibly can. I definitely know that as soon as I just let go of feeling vulnerable or feeling silly or feeling out of control, that's most definitely when like the most amount of benefit came. And Kiara is such a gentle and like trustworthy person to share with. It just makes you feel really comfortable. And I think it's really great actually that one of the things that she does is acknowledge, even in the middle of it, when you might be getting those feelings of feeling scared or feeling silly, to just acknowledge the fact that it's there and to keep on pushing through with the exercises that we're doing. I think that really helps. So yeah, I think if you can just kind of like throw caution to the wind and do it, yeah, you'll get a lot of benefit from it.